Our Lord, our Savior, Wesley Snipes, has come out and made some comments about the MCU. There'll be spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine in this video. I'm 100% sure of it. But with that being said, let's just jump straight on in to the article. Wesley Snipes responds to MCU fans calling for Mahershala Ali's Blade reboot to get cancelled. So he has responded because, okay, I'm going to really just talk about Blade 2025. The movie's not releasing in 2025. Fans are now calling for it to be cancelled, apparently. What are my thoughts on it? After Deadpool and Wolverine and what they did there with Wesley Snipes' character, you know, his iteration of it, cancel it. Cancel Blade 2025. You know, just get rid of that project and just continue on with the original Blade trilogy at this point. Because this Blade movie was announced in 2019 and we're now 2024. With a 2025 release date and no director, no script, and literally nothing else. Makes me kind of wonder whether this just can it. But anyway, let's go straight back into this. So yeah, Wesley Snipes responds to the MCU fans calling for Mahershala Ali's Blade reboot to get cancelled. Okay. Marvel Cinematic Universe fans want Mahershala Ali's Blade reboot to get cancelled, as well as Wesley Snipes gives his reaction. One of the MCU films that has been getting a lot of attention in the multiverse saga in terms of headlines is the Blade reboot, with Ali set to star as the titular character with Blade's development hell, continuing to be one of the most fascinating MCU situations in a very long time. Many are debating whether the film will actually happen. Following his cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine last month, Snipes shared a screenshot of an article with the headline, "Cancel Mahershala Ali's Blade movie and bring Wesley Snipes." Daywalker into the MCU, the 62-year-old actor commented on his Instagram post with, "You're crazy, ha ha ha." This is the post. Cancel Mahershala Ali's Blade movie and bring Wesley Snipes, Daywalker into the MCU. There's only one Blade, only ever going to be one Blade, Wesley Snipes, and that's his quote from Deadpool and Wolverine. This is coming nearly 2 months after the filmmaker Yan Damanage exited Blade, making it the second director to depart Ali's MCU reboot. Despite not having any presence at this year's San Diego Comic-Con, Blade's release date has not changed and is still in the Disney schedule for November 7th, 2025. This was reaffirmed, actually, the other day. They've cancelled 2 MCU movies, apparently, for 2026, but 2025's film is apparently staying put. I don't know whether they've cancelled them or just moved them. Wasn't really too clear on it. But then I read an article saying they hadn't, so I'm very confused at the moment. But anyway. But they've not moved the 7th of November 2025's Blade movie. Which they should, because it ain't getting done. This is coming nearly 2 months after filmmaker Yan Damanage exited. Oh, we already read this part. Sorry. Oh, God. My mind is just boggled today. The bigger question, however, is whether Blade will actually make it to November 2025's release date, or if it will seemingly be pushed back. It's going to be pushed back. Despite many creative issues that have been going on with Blade, Marvel Studios is not backing away from bringing the popular hero into the MCU timeline. With a major star like Ali attached, he pitched to Marvel Studios in Blade reboot that led to the major announcement at San Diego Comic-Con 2019. As of right now, Marvel Studios is focusing on getting the Blade script finalized before they hire a new director, with no word on whether the principal photography will even happen this year or early 2025. I mean, they're filming Fantastic Four, and that's releasing of July next year. And they started that this week, or last week, Tuesday, I should say. And, you know, Blade's coming out, 5 months after that movie. So they still have, like, I guess 5 months to film it, because they have the 5 months overlay. But, so if we don't see this film, you know, being put into production and being filmed by the beginning of December, then, or them announcing, oh, we're filming come January and we're going to, you know, be on it every single day, then, yeah, I can't see that happening for 2025. At least November. In a July interview, Kevin Feige gave a positive Blade update, stating that he had, at the time, read half of the latest draft of the screenplay for the reboot, sharing that it's feeling good so far. So they So, okay, I got the impression that there was no script being worked on at the moment anyway. The Marvel Studios president has also made it crystal clear that we are committed to the movie and we're so committed to it that we're not going to make it until it's right. I don't think that's a good sign. I think it's if the script comes back and the director's like, no thanks, then who knows? I honestly don't know who they would get to direct at this point. I don't know. This is also a sentiment shared by Blade actor Maya Goth, who is seemingly still attached to the project, as she was reportedly the lead villain in some of the earlier drafts, and may still be in the finalized version. Do you know, if you're her, you'd be thinking, you'd be calling up over going, I hear you got to do it. Am I axed? No. Oh, phew, that's all I care about. That's all I care about. I want some of that Marvel money. The bigger question, however, is whether Blade will actually make its November 2025 release date, or if it will seemingly be pushed back if the director hasn't been tapped by the end of 2024. It almost feels like the guarantee that Blade won't happen until at least 2026, which would make sense as Marvel Studios have two untitled Marvel releases for February 13th and November 6th of that year. Hopefully more updates on Blade will begin to emerge during the fall, finally to determine where the reboot will fit into the Multiverse saga. This is the issue. They have two titles that are unfulfilled, and that's the February 13th and November 6th slot. I'm predicting that them two slots are already filled by Marvel. They just haven't announced them. So they're not going to be putting Blade in one of them, because I think one of them films is going to be a direct lead up to Avengers, and the other one is going to be the direct follow up from Avengers Doomsday, possibly leading us into Secret Wars. Who knows? I think one of them films is Spider-Man, just because of the way things have happened, just because of the way that some things have come out. I've got a Spider-Man video that I want to make that's got on the way. So what my whole process and my whole feeling of it is that yes, we are going to be getting a Blade film, but it probably won't be in either of them two 2026 slots. I think if they're going to delay it, we're going to be getting it in February or March. I mean, they can't release... This is the thing. They've got a film in February to March. They can't release a film from April to May. Well, I guess they could release a film in April and then have May. But then people are like, oh, I need to watch Blade, but it's not a follow-up. So you don't want to be putting a movie that could potentially be a follow-through, could potentially be the movie that starts the events of Avengers in that predicament. You may be like, well, no, because Fantastic Four: First Steps, that's the movie where Doctor Doom's going to be featured in. Yes, we believe so, but it could also be that we get a Doombot on the screen, and like just a scene of the Doombot, and Doctor Doom's there and stands there and goes, "The time is now," or something. I don't know, but I feel like that's kind of the way that I'm looking at it. The way forward for me is that the first 2026 film has to lead into the Avengers movie, because everything will be building will be about, it'll be its own separate story, but then the post-credit scene will be about building that up. So who knows? Blade won't be releasing in November. Let's be honest, it won't be. I think they should just save Blade for the reboot, or the soft reboot of the MCU at this point. Like, he can be in Avengers. He can be in an Avengers film without having his own movie. I mean, Black Panther was in a team-up film before he had his own film. It worked. Spider-Man, same, it worked. So, they could give him a role. It's interesting that Wesley Snipes' response to it wasn't like, no, I wouldn't come back. It's just how he laughed at it, going, like, yeah. Like, could you imagine if they announced, okay, the Blade reboot's not coming, but we are going to re-release these 3 films, and we're going to fit them into the MCU timeline, so it makes sense as to why Blade wasn't around for certain Avengers events. Right, okay. And then he's going to make an appearance in Avengers, or they're just gonna pop him over from the Fox universe or whatever universe he was in beforehand to the MCU. That's what they could do. And they go like, oh, this is our new Blade. Oh, okay, cool. People will be happy about it. People will just be like, yep, cool, that's fine. So, I don't know. What's your thoughts on this? Do you think that this film, Blade, is going to be releasing next November? Because I personally don't. And do you think that we will see a Wesley Snipes back in the role of Blade for Avengers? Because I think it's very much on the cards at this point. If they want Blade in Avengers and they're not going to use the rebooted version, use him. Because like, the whole joke would kind of be ruined, wouldn't it? But it was one joke ruined. Okay, never mind. But anyway, yeah, let me know your thoughts on the whole Blade situation. It's kind of ridiculous. I've done like 4 Blade videos now and we still haven't heard anything. Each time we get a Blade update, I talk about it because I'm very excited for this film. But we're not hearing news of releases or... Well, no, we have a release date. We're just not hearing any news regarding... Actually, no, I've only done 2 Blade videos. One was a MCU movie cancelled, but it wasn't Blade. I thought it was. That's what the thumbnail and that looked like for my video, because that's what the thumbnail looked like in the article that I read, and I thought, well, I'll just use that one. It just works. And of course, I used the picture. I used the picture off of Google. Didn't steal any. It's one of them MCU pictures that is free to use for anybody. So yeah, fair use always, fair use. But anyway, yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens to the MCU Blade movie. I want to hear something soon, but I don't think we're going to. I've got another Doctor Doom video coming out on Thursday, another Doom Theory episode. So if you want to check out Doom Theory, my own original series here on the channel, check that out. Got a very fun video there to talk about. So yeah, I cannot wait for that. But yeah, drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you've enjoyed today's video. That's first and foremost. If you don't enjoy it and you manage to survive to this part of the video, well then you must enjoy something about it. So hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and yeah, leave me a comment. We'd love to hear all your thoughts. And as always, see you in the next one. Stay cinematic. Goodbye for now.